on the not clicking on the. Oh. Start again, David. We're not doing very well here, are we? Anyway, there'll be an advert playing for most of you through this, so we'll see how it goes. So this stream is going to be... I'm going to play through some of the entries for the OLC Code Jam. And I've downloaded them all, so... well, I've downloaded all of the ones that I've been able to get working to some degree. And that's what I'm going to start with. There was also a couple of entries which were, I think, opportunistic people just submitting into the jam. If we have time, I might try those as well. But I've tried to make sure that everybody here has at least said something at some point to me on YouTube or on the Discord. You know, there's a nature of a relationship there. So we'll just want to make sure that we're not completely alone, so I'll wait till there's a few viewers before we just get started. But what I will say is that the jam has been a nice jam. I think we've had 18 entries, which really blew my mind. I think that was fantastic. And the theme was discovery. Now, I think some of the interpretations of the theme have... well, they've probably looked at the theme in its widest possible parameter. Anyway, the whole point was to have fun and just enjoy doing some code. And as such, today, what we'll see is a variety of different levels of sophistication of jam entry. Some will be unfinished, some may have bugs, some will be very good. And the nice thing about, as you all know now, the One Lone Coder community is it doesn't really matter. The point was to have fun doing it. It doesn't matter what level your ability was. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat here. Javid, I've got to go real soon. Can you do my entry first? Okay, Fisk. Right, let me change my title then up here. We'll do that one first. So just hang on, I just need to change what I've typed here. I've got it all set up and ready to go, and along comes Fish and ruins it all for me. Code Jam, submissions. What have we got? So we've got Fish and Fishcraft. So I'm just changing the titles there. Fishcraft. There we go, spelled correctly. So that's going to appear on the screen. I've kept it so it's not too visible. Right, so we're starting then with Ugly Swedish Fish and Fishcraft. Now, it's got some unique startup mechanism that I need to adopt, but we'll have a go. So I'm going to do this, I know he'll want me to do it at full 1080, but I'm going to do it at 1280 by 720. And the reason being is I don't want things to suddenly take over the full screen, if I can help it. And he assures me that entering a 1 here gives me the highest quality. Now, there we go, it's coming. Now I have to Alt-Tab out of it, and then Alt-Tab back into it. There we go. And I think that now gives me some degree of control. Right, yep, good. Right, now, it's not Minecraft, it's Fishcraft. And I don't know how many of you will have been following Fish's streams whilst he's been developing this. But it's... oh, hang on, why have I not got any mouse? Let's try the old Alt-Tab out and back in again. There we go. Got some mouse. And some nice music playing in the background. That's a nice start. So there is a peculiarity to this rendering engine. You might be thinking, what are these artifacts? Well, they're not artifacts. It's a peculiarity of the way that Fish has developed the rendering engine for this. In that it's... He's going to shout at me, but it's casting rays, but it's casting rays in a probabilistic manner. So it's only basically drawing a fraction of the screen pixels on any given frame, and then using different techniques to interpolate those screen pixels accordingly. And one of the advantages he gets here is that we can get very realistic lighting. So if we look under the tree, for example, we can see the underside of the tree is shadowed. Now, that's not because of any specific shadowing code that he's written, that's just how the nature of the algorithm is dropping out the light. By the way, audio levels and everything's okay, I'm assuming, so I hope so anyway. Now, I've been trying to find lava, which I'm assured exists, so I'm going to have a go. If I would say the one thing that I have found slightly irksome is it takes a long time to actually mine a block. So I'm going to start digging. You can see the blocks that they're going into the my inventory here, and I can pull up a crafting screen at any point. I'm not quite sure how to craft it. I'm confessing my Minecraft ignorance here. But we'll have a look at that in a minute. So you can see the edges of the blocks tend to look a little strange, and that's because there's simply not been any rendered information there, and so the filtering algorithms are taking control. But you can see how the light is sort of propagating into the cave that I'm digging. So I need to press 1 according to Fisk in the chat. I've pressed 1, nothing has happened. Well, you know, we'll take time. You know, hopefully I'll get about at least 10 minutes per entry, so you know we're not in any rush. Says I should press T. I've pressed T. Oh, and here we go. We've got a small console window appearing. We'll come back to that in a minute. How do I get out of there? We'll just keep digging for a little bit, so you can mine away the blocks. And as you can see, the lighting is sort of behaving quite realistically. In fact, one little criticism, that's very nice, yes? Very, very, very nice indeed. So one little criticism I have is it gets quite dark, and I didn't like this at first, because you can't really see what's going on the stream. Until, of course, you dig yourself a little window so you can see what's going on. You can't find lava without a pickaxe. Yes, I was wondering that, because I got to some, I guess, bedrock material, and I couldn't dig any further down. Oh, well, there we are. I found some lava without a pickaxe. There we go. Just wasn't true. Oh, and I fell into the lava straight away. I guess that puts me right back at the start again. Okay. Got to start digging again. Didn't need a pickaxe to find that lava, did I, Fisk? Okay, so of course it's an assembly game. You can also build blocks too. Now I need some. I wish out. Is there a way to just get infinite blocks? I think there is, and he's told me, but I'll just mine some more stuff for now. So I think in terms of interpreting the theme of discovery, this is quite good, because you have to find things. I did actually manage to mine some wood before. How did I do that, actually? I think I went to a tree and stole the wood. There we go. And if I go into the crafting screen, you can pick it up, drop it on. I believe that means it has created some wood. I don't know how many. 4 wood. Let's have some more wood. 8 wood. There we go. How did I choose the next block along? That was something I was trying to work out. One thing I've learnt about jam submissions is nobody does any instructions. Scroll wheel. Oh yeah, there we go. Scroll wheel. And we can place the newly crafted block. Very nice. Yeah, it's good because the shadows have adapted accordingly. Let's build myself a little hut. I think I'm going to run out of blocks straight away, aren't I? So we'll just... And this is quite nice. So you can see this fuzziness around the screen. That's the individual pixel rays that have been sent out being blurred by the processing system. So it kind of, in a way, gets things like shadows and lighting for free. Let's see if we can find something underground again. The only reason I'm not going to join Shouty Coders is there'll be a lot of people, well, I'll say a lot, but there'll be quite a number of people watching this that won't have access to Shouty Coders. So, I don't want them to be confused by having lots of voices on the stream at the same time. I would definitely have made it one click mines it. Is this how Minecraft really is? It takes time to mine resources like this? Now, these are these lines that you can see, we're unsure what those lines are, but I actually find them quite useful underground now because then I can work out which direction I've come from. Press T and then write create Mode set creative. Okay, I think so. This is presumably a debug hack mode, is it? Let's have a go. So T. Well, T has appeared. So then we'll set mode set creative. Okay. Done that. What was it? It was control and space for up and down, was it? Set mode creative. Come on, guys. Come on. Set mode creative. Ah. Oh. Is it case sensitive? Now I can fly. Oh, right. And now I can fly. Oh. Oh, we can see into the world now. If I go into the lava, is it going to kill me again? So the lava itself gives this nice sort of aura to what you find. I believe. Did you take out the expanding lava? Oh, there's particle effects too. That's very nice. And the textures are animated. So I think, what's this? This is shining up here. If I mine this, is this important? I said, well, I need my pickaxe to mine. Can I mine anything whilst I'm in creative mode? I can mine soft stuff. How do you exit creative mode? Set mode survival. Just don't do it whilst you're in the... Well, I've got to do it whilst I'm in the air, right? I've been told not to do it. So let's see what happens. So T, set mode survival. Apparently I will die. Well, seemed okay to me. Are you sure you programmed this game, Fish? Are you sure this is your work? Sure you know how it works? We needed a pickaxe and we didn't. You sure this isn't Nimmy's work? One of the things I like of the algorithm, it gives everything a very nice soft edge, which I think is quite a unique look for Minecraft. Go back into my hole. Okay, so let's get out of the hole I've just dug myself into, both metaphorically and literally. Not T, it's not T, I know it's not T, escape. It is E, to do some crafting. Right, what can we craft then? Put some blocks in. Nothing happened. Get some wood. Oh. Oh dear, okay. Stability is probably going to be a theme that we'll see quite a bit of today. Right, so let's get rid of the crafting window. Alt-Tab, and then Alt-Tab back into it. And then we can get rid of the crafting window. And now we need to Alt-Tab again. Alt-Tab back out, Alt-Tab back in, to give me mouse control. There we go. Albeit, go easy on the guy, right? The guy's only had a week to put this together, and I think for a week, and I know he spent many hours doing it. That I'm quite impressed. It does feel as if the terrain was procedurally generated there. Is that accurate? It's different this time round. Right, so I need to get some wood, following the instructions from the chat. There's a hidden bit of wood there. Grab that too. I will say this is my first Minecraft-like experience, so go easy on me. Okay, I've picked up some wood. Right, we'll try this again. crafting. So we know we can turn that into actual wood. And I'm turning them into planks, I think. Now fill every slot with planks. Ah, I see. So I've got to go and get... Once I can't sort of split it up. Right, okay, that was my fault. Right, come out of crafting to get some more wood then. So I want to do that into separate groups. Right click. I'm right clicking. I am right clicking. It's nothing happening whilst you hold the wood. Oh, right. I see. Okay, and that's giving us some sort of mega wood. That's going to be an embarrassing clip. So, what have we got here then? That's a crafting table, so I need to place this. Okay. Let's go up onto the plateau then, and we'll... It unnerves me that the tree now floats. Is it a tree? If it's a tree without a trunk, is it just a bush? Mouse wheel, there we go. Okay. Crafting table. So I've got a crafting table. Right. What do I do with my crafting table? Right click it. Oh! Oh, and that's okay. So that's made things. I've got more options for crafting then. Okay. Place 2 planks on top of each other. One in middle top. One in middle bottom. One in middle top, one in middle bottom, one in the middle. Okay. Right, so that's giving me a plank. Right, I've got some planks. Okay, so if I press come out of crafting mode. Thanks for the follow, TG Step. Chaos. Chaos. Right, so I've got a plank. I'm going to place a plank. Place the wood in a straight vertical line. I'm just going to place a plank. Can't place a plank, so have I got to go back to my crafting table. Right, so I've got my plank. Too many instructions. What have we got? There's a glowstone. Place a stick in the middle. You'll need... There's a stick. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. There's too many instructions and they're being written in haste. Anyway, I think this will... what I'll do is actually I'll show the web page entry for this as well. That's what I wanted to try and do. Because we'll come back to these later on. Thanks for the follow, Hopska. So you can download this for yourself. To be fair, it did just work. It didn't need to install anything particularly special for it. I've not rated all the games. Maybe I should rate mine publicly, do I think? We'll see how it goes. There are some background rating options as well. Now, look out for the creeper. It's strange, I'm not getting the right notification for bits that are being cheered, so I do apologise for that. So I'll let you guys explore Fish's crazy crafting regime to find the missing items that I haven't done. I won't rate them publicly, I think. That might be a bit cruel. So, I think that's very good, Ugly Swedish Fish, and oh, it's gone again. Well, that was a fortuitous timing. So I think we'll move on to the next one. I'll do the rest in order now. So what have we got next? Let's have a look. So next is Dev Chrome with Horse Run. So let me. What am I doing? What am I doing? Right, Dev Chrome Horse Run. I didn't expect a horse-themed entry into the jam, but hey, there you go. What was the title? What was it? What was it? Oh well, never mind. Dev Chrome Horse Run. And this is done in the Pixel Game Engine, and he or she has decided to implement the Pixel Game Engine using a DLL file, which is quite cool. I think we were discussing the virtues of using a DLL file for the Pixel Game Engine, and because it's a single file anyway, and you have to include a header file, I don't think I could fully understand the reasons for it. But what I was impressed was that you can do it, so it's always another option that you've got. So this is Dev Chrome Horse Run. Let's have a look. Okay, let's pull that into the middle. Yeah, I've had to take had to consider what were people actually uploading to my machine. Okay, Discovery Horse Run. Now, I believe there was some descriptive text about what this was. Let's view the game page. And apparently, Discovery was a champion American thoroughbred racehorse. Note, please press S on the home screen to go to settings and use left and right to adjust the jump force according to your frame rate. And here's an explanation of why it's in a DLL file. The actual game itself is written in C#. So that's quite interesting. There we go, guys. You can wrap up and use it in C#. That'd be more interesting to see actually how that's done. So press C for credits. Okay, there we go. Made for the OLC Code Jam by Dev Chrome. Assets used from OpenGameArt. Escape to go back. Press S for settings. Now, this was the bit that I wasn't quite sure about. The console, well, not the sorry, the Pixel Game Engine certainly allows you to do things adjusted to the speed of a computer. I will stay with the default for now, and if it's a problem, I'll change it. Well, let's have a look. So, what's the jump button? Oh, right, okay. I ran 15 meters. Well, I think the animations are very nice. The horse is... I've clearly got an anti-gravity horse. Oh, it's a big one, big one, big one, big one, big one. Yep, I can just about jump over the double ones, but we'll keep going, and then we'll try and adjust the gravity in this beautiful idyllic scene. Oh, sound stopped. I ran 103 meters. So let's go to the settings, and I can adjust jump speed. So I don't know whether going higher is better. Let's double it. Was it 16? Press escape to go back. Right, press enter to start. Oh, so that's a bit more of a sensible jump now. Okay. So I didn't know we had sort of any horse racing fans in the community. But there we go. Yes, my lovely horse. Good old Dougal and Father Ted. 64 meters that time. Well, let's go the opposite way. Let's really decrease gravity. Now that's interesting. To increase the speed, I just had to hold it down. To decrease it, I have to repeatedly press. Right. Escape to go back. Enter to start. Right. Here's a fence. Oh, the takeoff speed is very slow. There it goes. Ugh. Well, I like the animation. I like the fact that really this is an example that shows the pixel game engine doing what it was designed for. It shows sort of pixely graphics. Thanks for the follow. 82 meters. So I think that's quite nice. And the fact that if it is written in C# and they've wrapped up the pixel game engine in a DLL, that too is also quite impressive. And I'd like to follow that up perhaps. So there we go. That was Discovery the Horse Run. See, I'm glad that I wanted these things to be a little silly and a bit fun. So we'll see what's next. Oh, if I can close Discovery the Horse Run. There we go. I closed it elegantly there. Never mind. Right. Oh, I kept up the task manager just in case we had something that was clearly leaking memory or something else. Right. So, what's next on my list? Next on my list is right, Epicos, and he's had sort of 2 submissions. I think neither are really related to the theme, but they've been thrown in. I guess they're demos that he's been working on. And I'm going to start with points. So let me just change this title again. Properties. Epicos points. Because I want to give everybody a chance. Oh, thanks for the follow. Just giving people a chance. So, what was the game page for that? Let's have a look at that. Now, the one thing I don't like about Itch is it jumbles all of these up each and every time you go to the page. View game page. So, this is an entry for the Code Jam. It did include the source. It generates several particles moving in random directions. W and S keys increase the speed of the particles. Animation can become interesting for a few minutes. I don't think it's particularly relevant to the theme, but I will run this qfluid.exe file. Right. Okay, well there's the Pixel game engine. I'll just move that window down a bit so the title remains visible. A little crosshair on the screen. I'll press the button. Oh, right, okay, so it spat out some particles. Lots of particles. So I'm going to spam loads and loads and loads of particles. See, the frame rate takes a small dip, but it does seem to recover, so that's good. So the particles are being recycled, not just being thrown out there into memory. So W and S keys. So I'm holding down W. Okay, so that's putting out loads. That's getting much, much faster. I'll hold down S, which I guess is slowing down. Oh, it's reversing the simulation speed. So is there a cap? If I get it very... So there's basically it's all stopped. I'll really, really send it for a test. It'd be nice if it had a count on the screen of how many particles were there. Yeah, that's quite a nice effect. I don't think entirely relevant to the theme, but nonetheless, because his other entry tends to use these in a particular way. So I guess this was a stepping stone program for the next entry. So let's take a look at that. So that was points. And this next one was called Alte, which is it did have a fancier title than what I've got. I'm putting these on the stream because later on I'll look back through the stream and may take some of the clips to make into a video. So let's have a look at the game page and read the instructions. Get rid of you. And where are we going? Ah, here we go. Alte tank game. So, D is accelerate left and right, up and down. Enemies can shoot back. Enemies spawn according to player's health. Enemy's turn rate depends on player's health. Player receives damage from enemy bullets. Player health is displayed on the screen. Okay, and it says, this game, if you may call it so, is based on a tutorial by me. Okay. So, let's have a look. Alt-A. Well, there's some resources in there, that's good. Okay, so we've got a number increasing on the screen and a tank. And the tank is following a little crosshair. Oh yeah, and I can shoot a tennis ball. Well, there's certainly collision. Oh, the number's jumping in size. I think you may have a scale parameter that you're not keeping full control of there. Now the tank is quite nice. It's floaty. It's more of a hovercraft than a tank. But nothing is shooting back at me, and it'll just kind of look like all of the enemies are being drawn in one place on top of each other. But nonetheless, it's nice that the enemies point at the player. Well, I'm wondering if that's a little bug in the version that's been uploaded, because I would potentially expect all of the enemies to be elsewhere on the screen, but they do seem to be all spawning in the same location each time. There is still a week left for those who have submitted to update and patch bugs as necessary. Nonetheless, I think the tank controls a bit. Tanks don't move sideways, do they? That would be my first pick-up on this. And the controls are slightly intuitive, because it's basically up, down, left and right. So that's left, right, up and down. But it feels... Oh, good. It's not quite relative to where the cursor is, so it's not got some unusual control system. It's fairly typical. I like the fact that it floats, though. This might be more interesting, instead of having it a tank on grass, as some sort of spacecraft. Anyway, I'm getting a good score. I don't know why the score keeps changing in size, though. I'd be quite curious to see why. Might have a look at the code for that later on. Yeah, a little bit of imagination required with that one. Anyway, as I said at the start, the one-line coder jam was for people of all abilities. I think it's good that people are just having fun and experimenting with code. You know, somebody's had to think about different types of algorithms here, and thinking about the trigonometry of controlling where the tank is. And, you know, don't take for granted. No, you didn't know this stuff at some point either, so you had to learn it. And I think it's quite nice that it's working. It's also good to, again, see something done in the Pixel game engine. Obviously, that's a very selfish attitude to have, but hey. Right, so let's move on. What is next? Right, I'm going to come back to the FedQX Secret Service system until later. I think this is one of those a little bit opportunistic. They jumped in and submitted to several jams simultaneously. Which means the next one is Gavstar B, Discovery Voxel Demo. I have to type all that in now. Gavstar B, Discovery Voxel Demo. Okay, voxels are a bit of a theme, I think, at the moment, aren't they? Let's have a look at the game page first. This one. So clearly this is Discovery the Space Shuttle that's been taken into account here. A demonstration of the Majestic Efficient Voxel Rendering using SFML with OpenGL 3, and there's a paper. Let's have a look at the paper. Array box intersection algorithm. It's good when you can get a good scientific paper. Let's get the high resolution PDF. Oh, there we go, good. A quick glance at the paper, see what's going on. Typical computer... well, this is actually not that typical of a computer science paper. Normally you don't see much code in a paper. Well, these rooms look familiar. Path traced voxel scenes showing the numerical robustness of our intersector. Well, that looks like a reasonably interesting read if you're so inclined, but you can obviously get the links to it from the game page. So, where were we up to? Discovery Voxel Demo. No instructions, so we're just jumping straight in, I think. Yep, no instructions. Raycast engine. So it turns out modelling an entire space shuttle is harder than I thought, so this demo is a little unfinished. The scene is rendered using OpenGL using custom shaders by raycasting onto axis-aligned quads, then doing a ray box intersection to determine if the pixel should be discarded. So I can move vertically, I can explode the thing, and I can capture the mouse, show and hide text, show and hide axis boxes. Well, I guess text is hopefully this screen, is it? Yeah. Okay, so capture mouse. Now, you can't hear it, but my computer is behaving very oddly to what's going on here. So here, there's a quiet sort of squealing noise, but as I go round to the side, there's a really high-pitched noise coming out. So whether it doesn't look like we're throttling the CPU. Maybe we are. Let's put that there. And let's put that there. Capture the mouse again. So there's definitely no noise there. A strange one. Yeah, a bit of a coil whine perhaps. So what was up? Up was spacebar. There we go. Some more instructions. So R was reset. F is scale animation. Ooh. Very nice. That's quite a nice effect. I like that. What was the next one? Q. Was that G? I think it's a G. Show hide axis boxes. Let's have a look. So I guess this is some debugging information that's part of the algorithm. So turn off the scaling. Oh, I've got to turn off the scaling animation at just the right moment. So I guess that's some sort of visibility checking relating to the algorithm that we saw before. And I guess the one that we're leaving to last is explode. Now that's curious. It's exploded in... Yes, well, it's exploded. I press R. Oh, pressed R, and it just resets straight away. So can I do sort of the scaling of the cubes and the explosion at the same time? I can. And let's do the axis boxes as well. So I think Gavstar here has really been just sort of experimenting with the mathematics behind the rendering. Nothing wrong with that. And it is related to the theme. It's the Discovery Space Shuttle. Good stuff. I like the fact you've put in a button specifically for mouse capture. That's a nice feature. Right, let's move on. What is next on my list? Gorbit. Now, I've been told I have to play this for about 3 minutes. A buggy mess. Right, now, I will say that I have tried to start this up already, and what I found is it doesn't do anything just by clicking on the exe. I had to start the Unity crash handler first, and then launch the JAM exe. See, doesn't do anything. Waited for a little bit, no windows have popped up. And then if I launch the crash handler and then double click it again, well, it's living up to its title. I have actually had it running. Oh, there we go. And we've got a few of them. So it maybe just takes a while to start. Oh, that's an irritating feature, isn't it? Let's bring that back. Let's bring back the website for the game. We'll have a look at the instructions actually whilst we're here. So, a buggy mess. There was no screenshot uploaded for this one. An early version of a Metroidvania I'm making for the Jam. no instructions, and clearly it's done in Unity. So, let's come back to Unity. I'm going to set the resolution to be 1280 by 720, and windowed, play, there we go. I've lost all of my subsidiary windows here, just a second. Let me bring these back, and OBS as well, make sure it's not crashing on me. Good. Right, so I have a little man, and it is, I criticised Gorbit for this before, up button to jump, everybody. Now it's nice and fast, and there is an animation which sort of implies you can wall jump. I think we just got a bit of a glimpse of it then, but I found a wall here. And you can see there's something which suggests wall jumping is a feature. But maybe we've got to go and find the correct tools. Something if it's a Metroidvania, you've got to find things, right? Up to jump should just be banned. It should actually be illegal in games. Right, so going down, going down. It's a very sparse environment, but I like the fact that it's quite a large environment. Okay, there's just a giant pit. Okay, so we can hug the sides. Oh, and down we go. Well, let's carry on exploring. Okay, I don't know if this is some sort of new tile has come in, some wall tiles. Okay, can I jump that gap? Just, and again, and, oh, not the last time though. Oh dear. Oh. So it's, oh good, at least you respawn to a sensible location. That's actually harder than you think to do. Can't make it. Oh, just. Now I'm scuppered. Oh, now I'm definitely scuppered. As I was just saying, it's quite a hard thing to do. Not yet. I've not reviewed Secret Service System just yet. Right, so I think I'm going to have to reset here, aren't I? So, I think what I'll do is is there a quick way to restart the whole game, or have I got to launch again? Oh, there we go. Now, it launched quickly the next time. Let's try again. Good. So we're not waiting too long. Made with Unity. There we go. Right, so I've got to get the jumps right. It's unforgiving. This is a game designed for high-skilled players, not me. So we know that we can just fall reasonably safely. You would hope. There we go. And I've got to make a sequence of really big jumps. Where was the first one? There, right. Big jump. Big jump. Big... No, no. Okay. There's a delay with the jump. Okay. No, see, oh, that's done it again, hasn't it? There's about I'd say probably a good half-second delay. If I'm moving sideways, I can't jump until after the character has started running. Right, I'll have one more go. The Secret Service one is on the list of ones to play today. Right, so just fall. So I've got to get used to the slight jump mechanic. On the grass, it seems the jump is quite instant. On the stone, it's not. And that's a bit strange. Okay, here we go. Jump. Nope, see, didn't jump. 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 No. And you see how close I was to the edge when I actually pressed the jump. Jump. Nope. Jump. Jump. Okay, right. Jump. Oh, we made it to some sort of landform. Okay, where are we going next? Oh, all the way over there. Right. Jump. I don't know if I want to go down the other side. I think I'm going to try and work my way up here. There's red eyes when falling. Good. That's a bit of an in-joke. Oh dear. Jump. Jump. No. Jump. So I guess I've only really got one option. Take a leap of faith into the lava. Now, why does he sort of throw himself off the edge? A little tap of the button, tap of the button, tap of the button, see? That's quite a strange thing. That's what I'm struggling to get used to. So I can tap left, tap left, tap left, on the corner, tap left, hurls himself off the edge. I can't get up there. Go and explore down this one. Lava. Where can I jump? Where can I jump from? I mean, try and get up there. Okay, well, that's what I was doing, wasn't it? Jump, jump. Jump. Oh, just. I mean, you've really put this on the cusp of what is possible. Quite. I don't like this dynamic where he throws himself off the edge. That gets a thumbs down from me, that. Just. Right, okay, we're making progress. Here we go. Now I'm scared. Oh, there's a thing. I guess I picked something up. Now it looks like I can wall jump. I can double jump. Right, let's give that a go then. So to teach us how to double jump. Can't double jump like that. Let's try again. There we go. Jump, 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 jump. Mastered. I can triple jump. Can I? No, I can't triple jump. Right. So we'll go back over to here now. So this is a Metroidvania in the most literal sense, that you have to backtrack as much as possible. Right, this is going to get confusing now, isn't it? Get up there. I'm getting slowly more used to the controls. Certainly with the double jump, it just all seems a lot better. I'm wondering if you're handling the jump mechanic differently. Oh, no, get back up there. I don't know why he throws himself off the edge like that. That's a feature I would take back to the drawing board. Must be something to do with the physics that you're using in Unity. It's having a bit of a wobble. Oh, oh. Tried to double jump, didn't like it that time. There we go, got there. Can't wait to see what we find at the top. Oh, get... No. No. Oh. Oh dear. Well, at least there's a challenge to it. Right. Oh, get back, get on there. Well, the thing is, I'm actually compelled to play it. So from a gameplay... Oh, no. Oh, he threw himself off the edge again. Right, I'm moving on. That's enough of that. So I actually think... I don't know what's at the top. I'll let you guys download it and try and find it. The controls... at first, I think there's a different mechanic for the single jump to the double jump. The characters become a lot more controllable with the double jump straight away. But why there's this little... ping off the edge there, I don't know, but that's really frustrating. Ping, see? Doesn't exist for normal movement, but just when you're right on the edge of a tile. Not doing it on those ones. Oh, see, there we go, did it on that one. Not on that one. So there's a little bit of a randomness element thrown into it there. Right, okay, let's move on. What have we got next? Well, we won't do my entry just yet. So we're on to... well, we'll do the Secret Service one. Since the developer is in the chat, why not? Why not? So this one is FedQX. Secret Service System. Okay. I'll run the x86 version. Ooh. Unknown. Please enter your username. Right. Right. Okay. I guess my username is in here. Username and password. Are you okay? No. Well, I need someone that can type, so you may be helpful. Do you know the location of President? No, I don't. Is it automatically displaying these? Or no, okay, it is. Damn it. Do you have access to remote system? No, I don't have. Okay, wait a sec. I would make these instead of... Do you know what? Just in case, I'm closing that one down. That's as far as we're going to get with that one. Right, we shall move on. Just in case that starts revealing things on my computer and all sorts of stuff, so we'll not carry on with that one. Right, let's move on to console clicker, Joe Cordell. Console clicker. Well, it started displaying sort of my own file system and things, so I think that's a bit of a red flag. I'll test that one off stream. I'll be including sort of short videos of all of these in the showcase video I'm going to make next weekend. So I'll try these things on my own, in my own time, to try and put them in the best light. Yeah, wasn't too keen on it sort of displaying things about my own computer and stuff. I've nothing to hide, but I'm conscious that I'm running sort of random executables here on my machine. Right, so console clicker. README. Let's have a look at this one. This is a simple command line idle game inspired by mobile games. How to play relies on a money system and research. As you take turns buying or not buying new buildings, your buildings you currently own generate money and science. Generate science? Well, it was the folder that the game was in. Okay, let's have a look. Console clicker. Always provided the source code as well. What do I need to press? Oh, 2 money, 3 money, 4 money, 5 money, 6 money, 7 money. How do I buy something? Did it say in the README file? I've got to type in the name of the building. Okay. So, I want to buy... How much money have I got? I've got 31 money, and I want to buy Conkers. Okay. So now I'm getting twice as much money with each click. Let's buy some more Conkers. And some more. It's a text clicker, yes. I'm being told a secret here. I can hold down enter. There we go. Lots of money. So we want to buy Coke and Mentos. And that gave me a science. I have lots of science. And as I'm increasing resources... Well, we've got to buy a game developer. So now the costs are getting expensive. These are the same as the portals in Cookie Clicker, right? Things are getting... So that's chemistry lab, but that's in quotes. I have a chemistry lab. Did I get one? No, I didn't. So I've actually got to put the quotes in. Chemistry lab. Now, interestingly, the cost seems to halve to buy new things. Surely they should double to buy new things to make the game more difficult. If we've not got a card store, it'd be nice to be able to press up to repeat the command I've just entered. Let's buy some more chemistry labs. I don't know how many more things there are to find, but I imagine this is going to take quite some time. So there we go. I guess the point here is you have to discover the things that are available by getting the right combination of things to develop the resources you need in order to buy other things. Standard cookie clicker idea. So quite nice. Yeah, I think reasonably relevant to the theme. Right. Let's move on. What is next? Cubic 000 OLC minor. Cubic 000 OLC minor. Okay. Now, this one required a bit of a setup and for me to download the JDK. Well, I'm not downloading things now. I'm set up. I'm good to go. I'll download it for the video for the showcase. But it required some instructions in order for me to get it running, and I did manage to get it running. And then I found it quite difficult to play. But so I'll start just for the sake of starting. I'm going to start a 10-minute run. Now, from what I gather, I had to look at the tutorial, and I'm pleased that it actually came with a tutorial. You've got to press the items that you want to gather on your numpad. So I'll tell you what, I'm just going to leave the tutorial up for a minute whilst we have a go. So I'm going to collect some water. Now each time I collect something, the red mark on the side goes down. And that's something to do with drilling. So that I've got to not let that get to 0. I can then sell items with enter. I can research with 0, I can scrap what I've got, and I need to get some coal to refuel the drill. Lots of interesting interpretation going on. The guy who developed this was streaming it, by the way, and I understand that he's quite young, so to actually develop something, a working game, I think was pretty good. So let's research with 0. So I researched water, did I? Let's mine some more. So I think I might have just killed my own run here. I did, so we'll do another one. So this time 3, start a 10-minute run. Water, 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 water. I think if I get one more water, I'm going to run out of health. Yes, so I'll have to do another one. Okay. So, water, water. Water. If you get an empty slot, you sort of miss that opportunity. Water, water. So I've got 5 water, and with the water, I can research. Nothing happened. Somehow I did actually make it manage to produce coal and things. You get coal with 2 water. So I've got to take a guess, have I? Okay, let's try again. So 3 to start 10-minute run. So I get some water. Water. So I've got 2 water, and I'm going to research. And that gives me some coal. Okay, so it costs me nothing to research. Now coal gives me my health back. So it's quite important that I mine that. Right, I'm at full health. So let's do 2 more water. Water. Let's do 3 water. See what we get this time. 3 water. Research. No, it was just water. Okay, so get some coal. Oh. Coal. Oh, it's too quick for me. Getting it back up. So I guess it doesn't matter if we accidentally mine water, does it? We just don't want to run out of drill health. I think it's a really clever idea to use the numpad as an alternative input mechanism and actually fold that idea into the gameplay. Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of it a bit now. The more science you have, there is a bigger chance of getting something. Right, how did I accumulate science? Do I want to sell what I've got? Is having money a good thing? If I press enter, I can sell those resources, right. But if you press the keys... Oh dear. Straight away, death. One last go. 2 water. coal. Oh dear. Straight away. I think it's just a bit too difficult. I think there's a bit of a balancing needs to be done there. Okay, well, you can download that. We'll have a look. Ah, bacon stolen. Oh, I need some bacon now. Bacon would be good. Let's have a look at the game page for that one. OLC Miner. Game page. I'm so tired I do not know what to write. Well, I would always recommend writing some instructions on how to play. But we managed to get it running. It is a very difficult game, that one, I think. I would certainly make it so you can make a few more mistakes, certainly right at the beginning of the game. And for old people like me, everything scrolling over at 1 second is just a bit too quick. But then again, I'm not that good at games. Okay, so 4 to view the stats. Oh. 4 didn't view the stats. It stopped. Never mind. We'll move on. So, let's have a look. Where are we up to? Marcel K, Dungeon of Lights. Hey, it's okay. I'm going to probably play them all again to take some actual video of them. So if you've got any fixes you do need to upload, get them uploaded some before the end, well, probably midweek, so I can start filming them. Dungeon of Lights. Okay, let's have a look at the game page, make sure we know what we're doing. Dungeon of Lights, good. Okay. Here I made something to test and play around with libgdx. The map was made with tiles. This is actually my second game here on itch. W, A, S and D to move, E to interact. Okay, let's go for it. E to interact. And this one is a single jar file. I'll double click it. Oh, there's some music playing in the background. It's very quiet, but it's there. Okay, so I've got a little guy. W, A, S and D, wasn't it? And I can move the guy around. Now, I like the aesthetic. And I like the fact that it's animated. And this looks to me a little bit like shadow casting algorithms. Press E to interact. Okay, I put the light out. Or I can light the light up. Okay. Where else can I do that? Can I do that sort of anywhere? So I guess if I collect the lights, it gets more difficult for me to see what's going on. E to interact. Okay, I just flicked a switch. What did the switch do? Don't know. I guess I've already flicked it now. Okay, let's go for an explore. I like the camera movement. It's quite nice and fluid. Found something down here. I would have the area of visibility just a little larger. In a throne room. I'm not going to pick up more and more light. Press E to interact. So there's another switch here. I don't know what the switch did. Yeah, because the shadow casting is so dark, you can't see the stuff that's there. Nonetheless, it's multiple source shadow casting, so that's quite cool. Oh, found some weapons. Now, there's some things a little bit fiddly about the collision detection. But I could see this being expanded into quite a sophisticated little game, actually. Ah, Jacob, thanks. I thought you'd already followed. I don't know. I'm in some sort of chamber. Press E to interact. Okay, I don't know what I interacted with. But I think it's just a bit of a tech demo to show the lighting arrangement. I don't necessarily think yet that the game is really a game. I think it just has some functions. Yeah, it does. To me as well, the sound is only really coming out of one speaker. But I like the aesthetic, and I like the fact that it shows. People, we often mock Java as a platform, but there we go. It's actually okay. See, I don't know what I've got to. Oh, I tried interacting. Oh, it's gone. There we go. It's done. Okay. Well, we'll move on to the next one, which is Ral's submission, Barbarian. Now, this is a bit of a cheeky submission because I don't really think it has anything to do with the theme, Discovery, but nonetheless, Ral was very pleased with how far he managed to get, and it's done in the Pixel game engine, so I'm going to show it anyway. Now, I've not yet worked out how to win in this game. So, it took me a while. But what I really liked about this is just the amount of time and effort that's gone into trying to faithfully recreate a different game. I have to get the right key. So I discovered after quite a lot of testing that it uses the numpad as the input mechanism. But I couldn't get the numpad to, I could never seem to attack. That was my problem. I never worked out what the button was to actually attack back. So if one of you knows what the button is, let me know. But I just thought the aesthetic was very nice. It's, you know, a really faithful recreation of the original arcade game. So obviously I'm being beaten up here. I got my head chopped off. Now I think when you die, I've not yet found a way to get back to the start screen. So each time I just have to restart. So 7 and 9 is attack, is it? Well, we'll pick a different environment this time. You see, I got that. That's defend, isn't it? Yeah, I'm trying 5 as well. I just can't seem to get it to... Like, I can do the poses, but I can't seem to do any attacking moves. Five is jump. I got my head chopped off again. But I thought, you know, the fact that Raoul has gone to the trouble of getting all of the animations correct, getting all of the original artwork in the game, I thought personally it really showcases some of the things the Pixel game engine can do quite happily. So, a good submission there, I think, even though totally unrelated to the theme. Maybe the theme is you have to discover what the controls are. We'll leave it at that. Right, so now we've got Solly. And Solly's been sort of rapidly trying to get things up and running. He keeps giving me new and new versions of the game. So let me just change the text up here. Now I say Solly, I don't know if that's the right way to pronounce his name. Solly, and the game is Dungeons and Flagons. And you'll notice a bit of a theme with this game. It's not too dissimilar to the one we've just played, the Marcel K Dungeon of Lights. But it's got some really funky music in the background. Let's have a look at the README file. Use the arrow keys to walk around the dungeon. He uses what's called the Chili framework, which I understand is quite similar to Pixel Game Engine. Obviously not as good, but you know. And it's got some nice background music in. But the one thing I like about Solly's work, in general, not just this submission, is he tends to do things right through to completion. So, let's have a look. Again, a little quiet. Press any key to begin. New game. Now, it's using shadow casting again, but I feel that the way the shadow casting works, it makes it look like you're looking top down against really gigantic walls, rather than showing the areas of the map that are visible. Well, there's a flagon and a torch. As he's already admitted, there is no game mechanic other than exploring this world. But I guess to explore it, you have to hug the edges a little bit. It's a ghost, I say, to find hidden pathways like that, because we wouldn't have seen it otherwise. I think the map is quite large, if I remember correctly. We may have to find the way out. So I'm pleased to see that the shadow casting videos weren't a waste of time to do. Oh, there's a torch. But I think there's this unintended 3D effect that's been given to it. So I think this has a lot of potential, actually. Oh, see, little hidden passageway there you wouldn't have found. I think that's quite nice, actually. I don't know how many flagons and things there are to find. But these type of games are right up my street, sort of having to explore every nook and cranny of a level to try and find all of its secrets. I like that in games. Yeah, it's a nice way of doing it, line of sight, but I think it just makes it look like you're looking from top down. It gives all of the walls sort of an artificial perspective. A really interesting game dynamic, yes. Good stuff. Let's move on. What's next? Tezza. Oh, well, I have to feature this one. Do you know, I'm not going to even put the name on the screen. He just wanted to show his particle system. There we go. This isn't even the final version. We actually went on to spend a couple of hours debugging this live on stream to get it working. Unrelated to the theme, nonetheless, a pretty pleasant effect. That's all there is to that one. So, V Studios Creations, VCraft. So this is another Minecraft-like game, but it's more focused on just creating things out of voxels. Again, in Unity. Got to get your promotion in there. That's good. And you click to place a block, and you can right click to remove a block, and you can choose the colours. So I'm going to pick orange. We'll try drawing something important out. Got to jump up. Got a jump button. Just place a block for me to stand on. Drawing is a little, if it's intended to be sort of an art package, it's a little bit clumsy to draw things this way. See, I've just inadvertently put a block there. I can't seem to put blocks. Oh, I put a block on the side of something then, but not easily. It's as if the ray routine isn't quite right. Let's pick a different colour. Make sure we get things in the right place. Doesn't capture your mouse cursor either, so if you go off the screen, if I go right up, you might see my mouse cursor appears off the top of the screen. Right, let's try and do the last one. This one's going to be fun, isn't it, with an overhang. Did I get a block on there? Not quite. Don't know where that block went. The controls are very fast as well. Now, why won't it let me place one on this side? There we go. So something's not quite right about how you select. About how you select the blocks. So perhaps maybe you need to readjust the. I've put the wrong name on the screen here. I'll correct that in a minute. Perhaps just the ray intersection into the scene isn't quite right. Nonetheless, it says here I can press C to edit the colours, so I can choose any spectrum of colours, and I think that's about it really for this one. Looks like there's some shadows being cast as well. I guess that's part of the Unity engine's lighting engine, I guess. I've never used Unity, so I don't know. So that one, just because I forgot to update the screen, was VStudio's Creations, VCraft. Tab is settings. So is it worth just having a quick reboot of that? Tell you what, I'll just change this over now. Go on, we'll power it up one more time. Oh, so I have a menu to load things and delete things, do I? Looks like it. C is colour. You see, oh, nope, it's gone. Didn't like multiple clicking. Okay, so again, voxels. Voxels seem popular at the moment. I'm just catching up with some of the chats that are going on. I've just received a whole bunch of pings, so what have I done wrong? Okay, let's move on. I don't think we've got very many left. Sleeping Bear, Caveman. Change this again. Caveman. Now, I understand this is the start of a larger project, so he's quite admittedly said it's not finished yet. We'll just have a look at the game page. Try and find it. The Discovery of Fire, that's it. So we've got examine, use, combine. Down arrow is to pick things up. We just run the executable and see what happens. So left, right, jump, up and examine, use, combine. Let's give it a go. Pixel game engine, so it's got that nice aesthetic. And what I liked about this, I have run this one quickly before, was it's looking reasonably professional, but there's also the game is covered in debugging information. So even though the main character doesn't have a sprite, what it does have is debugging information. So that you can hear there is sort of a screech because I'm moving left and then quickly moving right. But there's lots of information about what the character's state is at any one time. And it's really important when you're developing games that you actually include this information. In fact, it's quite common to spend more time displaying debug information on the screen than it is actually coding the game. So Ug's Cave. Use, combine. Lots of little beeps. Let's go over to the next person. Press space to jump. Okay. So I guess the boundaries around the sprite sort of suggest what can happen to the sprite given different terrains. This is a quest post. Up, down, use, nothing. This path is blocked. Well, there's another path, but let's go to the end of the level. And which says we can press up to go along the path. That's a nice transition to the Redlands. Strong gravity here. Yes, I can't jump as high. I like the terrain. Be interesting to see how that's actually structured. Aha. Who put this sign here? I don't think there are too many things I can actually interact with at the moment. You may have noticed there's also sound as well, and that's also coming out of the Pixel game engine. That's the path where we came in, wasn't it? So I don't know what Sleeping Bear's intention is for this, but I imagine it's you have to do things in the right order, perhaps a bit of fetch questing in order to unlock further on. So I guess it's kind of in a strange way, a bit of a Metroidvania. Let's go back through to the other land. Dad's place. But I like the genuine pixel look to it. I think that's very nice. It's a shame I can't move through this blocked path. And I don't know why the cavemen don't have heads. I guess he's not got around to drawing heads just yet. Well, I think that's quite nice. It's running very well. It's not crashed, and the platforming controls feel just fine, actually. Little attention to details. Things like the shadow under the character shrinking as you jump high. It's those sort of things that you don't think about, but take a lot of effort to code. Very good. Okay, let's see what's next. Trolled Woods is what's next, so let's put the thing on the screen. Trolled Woods, unknown. Now this one runs in a browser, so I don't need to download anything for this. I've not yet tried to play this one, so I may need some assistance from the audience. Enter the unknown. Recommend that you play in full screen mode. Enter the unknown. I collecting some dollars. Okay. So I can buy some, don't know. Full screen is not a recommendation, it's a must. So I've now made... Oh, I've got a box I can pick up and move. Okay, so I buy the box and I can place it. Now repeatedly click. Oh, click the box. Ah, okay. Oh, box disappeared. Let's place another box. Repeatedly click. So I'm getting some stone. Ah, so it's a bit of a cookie clicker game. Okay, what's this one then? You actually move the camera. Can I? How do I move the camera? Okay. Box and drag. Ah, okay. There's no zoom, I guess. I can't zoom out. So if I repeatedly click these, it gives me some money. Repeatedly click this. It turned into stone again. Okay, so I guess the purpose is to sort of discover how everything's connected together, right? Hi, little rebel. Oh, so I've discovered something else. So I need some of those in order to buy one of these. 20 and 8, so I need more money. Not sure how I get more money. Do not worry, that's a machine. Slowly you'll get a lot of things. What is the action that I need to keep doing though, in order to make things happen? Question block gets you stone. The stone thingy converts stone to more money. Okay, I can afford one of these now though, can't I? 20. Not quite yet, need more money. Right, now I can. Okay, oh! Alright, so I've now placed the machine and that's now spawning. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. So this is it random, is it, that it spawns these blocks? So have I just got to keep placing blocks right now and clicking them away? To get stone. And once I've got stone, I can place one of these to turn the rocks back into money. And now I've got money, I can place another machine. So it's a bit of a two-dimensional cookie clicker. Oh, there we are. I've managed to get a pickaxe. I've got some utilities as well now. Okay. So what is this? Don't know what I'm buying there. Utilities, normal. Well, we've got a pickaxe now, so that costs 32 money. 32 money. $32 and 16 stone. Oh, getting hold of stone is quite difficult. It'll start getting difficult. It's difficult now, Gorbit. Some stone. How much did this cost? So that was 32 gold and 16 stone. I'm out of stone. Pipes? I thought they were at pipes yet. Right, I think I've got enough now to place one of these. 16, 32. Right. Let's give me some random stone. Oh, and a random block. Don't really know what that utility is. One. Oh. Okay. It apparently connects the inventories. Click. You can place many question blocks at once. It's a bit easier. It apparently connects the inventories. Just connect them together like a cable, just like... So when I place this, I should place it in between the things that I'm building. Oh. Utilities, right. Ah. Okay. Well, I need a miner again. Don't press delete. No, I've just learnt that the hard way. Right, Trollwoods, if you're watching, we need an instruction manual for this one. Reach out to me on the Discord, tell me how to play this one. Right. And I think we'll move on, I think, yes. Because I'm just clicking there and I don't know really what I'm doing. Right, what is next then? So next, according to my list, well, we've kind of got through everybody. There's only one person we haven't shown really, and rather selfishly, that's me. So I'm going to show mine. I can't take part, by the way, so any judges and rankings they won't apply to me. I wasn't going to enter, but I was encouraged to enter by people on the Discord, and I thought, well, what can we do using various technologies that we've developed on the YouTube channel? And I will make probably a video about how this is made at some point, but I'll just do a quick little run through of it. Now, I've managed to use, courtesy of Zix on the Discord, I've set it up to work with my PlayStation controller. It works with the keyboard as well. And it's all done in the Pixel game engine. And it's a game that's a little bit silly. The idea is, Sedit is a guy on our Discord server, and he's often having problems with his code, so you've got to go out and try and help him sort his code out. Along the way, you can find help from other Discord members and members of the OLC community. And you can specify a particular level to start on. The levels are all procedurally generated, but they'll generate the same level depending on the key. And you can specify the size of the level too, as we'll see. So you control this little guy, and this little guy is called Magetsu. And it's a little platform game, so you can jump. There's no combat or anything. The idea is to find things in order to help you get to the end in the fastest time possible. So right now we're collecting floppy disks. So there's 100 floppy disks scattered around the level randomly. And one of the things that I'll talk about is how do we render the tiles in the background, but I'll save all of the fine details for the YouTube video, because you can see the tiles have a border. So we're in Cyber World at the moment, which is sort of where Magetsu lives, and we're going to, if we see a GitHub token like this, I'm just going to turn this down a little bit, if we see a GitHub token like this, we're going to get help from one of our members on the Discord server, and it's random what help you're going to get. And help from Discord members typically involves slowing you down one way or another, so that's exactly what happens. Time will slow down, but things will get a little bit trickier. So here we've got Sedit is actually going to help us. So things kind of work, but not quite as you'd expect them to. A little bit broken. And so we're using sort of a filtering effect for Sedit. So that when we have the effect of a friend helping us, time slows down. So pick up another friend. This time we've got Ugly Swedish Fisk. Now he says, as it says at the bottom, he's patching our code, and code looks better when it's all blurry and pixelated like this. So we'll carry on. Now, it's got a wall jump mechanic, not a double jump mechanic, so you can hear a little pop sound when you hit the wall. And when you hear that pop sound, you can jump the other way. It actually takes a little bit of practice. Oh, we've just picked up a Brankek helper token. So Brankek's, well, you know, his stuff works, but it often doesn't really work in an aesthetically pleasing way. Put it nicely. Yes, I'm taking the piss a little bit out of people on the Discord with this game. Now, that's a Javid token. Javid tokens are quite important to collect, and we'll see why later on. So, in the background, the world is generated using the maze algorithm generator. We've just picked up another prank. That makes things very difficult for you to play. So if you're concerned about getting the fastest times, and it really is, it's a speedrunning game, that is the intention, is to get through everything as fast as possible. So I put quite a bit of effort into making the movement quite fluid. And there's a disc, so we'll go exploring a little bit. Ah. Now, I deliberately picked the jump height to encourage you to wall jump. You always have to wall jump round a bend. Another prank. That's unlucky. Now, you can see, well, Brank has helped us though. He's revealed the little map in the middle of the screen. That should be bottom left. We'll just wait for the Brank effect to wear out. So there's quite a big map that you need to explore every nook and cranny of. Now that can get quite complicated. So one of the two, you can call on two YouTubers to help you out. One of them happens to be myself, Javid. Now I tend to try and do things, try to make life easier for programmers, so I try and help them. And so does the other one, which when we find the token we'll start using. So I'm going to now use one of my Javid tokens. And Javid token of course turns everything to be running in the console, but Javid helps you out by giving you some helpful arrows in the background to where the keys are in order to find the exit. Now there's the exit, and there's a key. When I pick up a key, it's still saying I've got to go this way, so there's 4 keys to collect per level. Oh, I'm going the wrong way now. Now I used the the video I've just done, what was that on? That was on wave propagation. Another rank token. Flipping heck. Wave propagation to work out the flow field to get me to the key through the maze. Now, when you use a jamming token, they last for about a minute. So I'll just wait for this one to run down. The animation sprites, I didn't draw the sprites myself. These are from a pack that I bought off Humble Bundle. Right, there's a Hobson token. Now, some of you will know who Hobson is, some of you won't. He's another YouTuber, and Hobson was particularly famous for creating... There's a key, grab that key. He was famous for creating Minecraft in a week. One of the things that Hobson tokens can help you do is if you need to break the rules slightly. So we can enter sort of Hobson world, which is clearly Minecraft, and we can actually mine cells out of the way. So if they've got wall that's getting in your way, you want to get rid of it, use the Hobson token. You have to be careful though, because Hobson tokens, if you mine one block, you might not be able to get through it again later on. So always take out a few. Right, so we've gone back into Cyber World now, and what I think is quite interesting here is even though we've just taken blocks out, let's just find where we've done that, the boundary of the level remains intact, so the blocks are still missing from where we've just, I can't find where we've just dug them out. But the boundary of the rendering comes back. We'll look at that in some detail in a video coming up, I think. I need to use a jamming token here to help me out. I've got lost. Now, each time you play the level, it's always consistent, so you can learn the level layouts pretty quick. And you see, it's all about rapid and fast movement. There we go, see, Gary got me to the key. So now I've got 3 of the 4 keys, let's get to the exit. Well, there is the exit, but I need another key, yeah? There's a key. So now I've got 4 keys. A little glitch there you may have noticed. It displays an exit sign on that key. I've got multiple number of exit signs. I must have a little memory loop somewhere there. So I want to try and get to the end before the Javid token runs out and I get completely and utterly lost. There we go. So we found the exit. Do you want to jump to the title screen? I only got 54 of the floppy disks for that particular level. So there we go. That was my entry. It can't win, but it was an interesting thing to try and put together, particularly handling the control stuff. That was all on Zix. He just provided me some code to quickly use. You'll notice that there is music and sound effects included. I'll have an upcoming video about how to do that in Pixel Game Engine. There's a new extension just for sound, allows you to synthesize and play with sound. I think we've covered everybody's submissions there, haven't we? I think so. Make sure we've not missed any. The only one that I'll run, but I'll try and run it. I'll run it on some laptop, some throwaway laptop. I'm just a little bit suspicious of why it started to display sort of files on my system and things. So I want to get rid of that one. Just make sure it's safe. So there we go. What do you all think? Do you think there was some good intros? Yeah, it would be cool if Saving Said It appeared at GDQ. The levels are always consistent, so once you've learnt them, you should be able to fly through them. And I think that the character moves quite well. I was pretty proud with how it turned out. It was took about 4 or 5 days to put together. But bear in mind, I had lots of code that I'd already created from videos, and it wasn't all completely from scratch. Right, does anybody know anybody on the community that is currently streaming that could do with a few people? I don't think there is. Nobody's shouted out. Well, with that, I'm going to bring the stream to an end. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for the handful of bits that was delivered to me. And take care, everybody. I'll see you next time.